Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends The Punisher from Marvel Rivals, aka Overwatch with Marvel characters, which is apparently doing pretty well, so good on them for that. Not a game I'm playing, but I'm glad a lot of people are enjoying it. Looks like a lot of fun character designs. I know, I guess some people are not happy that we're getting these figures because they're just from the game, and if they don't play the game, they don't care. I am not in that boat because I think these figures are pretty darn cool. I like the fact that they actually look like the source material. They have some stylization, they're fun, and it looks like Hasbro put some effort into them, at least all of them except for Spider-Man. It looks nice. There's a lot to like about this figure, and we're going to talk about all of it. It's some of the best stuff Hasbro has done, but also some of the usual bad stuff too. So, you know, we're going to go both ways on this one. But let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. All right, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a good package. It's fine. It matches the rest of the Marvel packaging, or Marvel Legends packaging pretty well. That's fine. The yellow on the bottom keeps throwing me off because it looks misplaced, because they didn't incorporate it well into the packaging. It looks like they didn't really try. So that's a little bit irritating, but I don't collect the packages. I don't care personally, but I know some of you who collect in the box may care that they didn't try to make the packaging match or fit, but whatever, I don't care. And there's only artwork on there, so it looks like the artwork, though, more than any figure we've looked at in a very long time. So, hey, that's a plus. All right, let's get that out of the way. We don't need that. Let's get Darwin in the way, because we will need him. All right, so there's Darwin. Here's Mr. Punisher. This is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. Now, the catch is it's $35. Now, the other catch is that's not that much more than most Marvel Legends, so if we're going to get a whole bunch of new sculpt and paint for $35, I'm all for that. I think that's fine. I think there are still some issues with this figure we have to talk about, but as far as the Marvel Legends being $35, I'm great with that if they're better figures than we normally get. Alright, so there's Darwin. I don't know how tall the Punisher is supposed to be. I don't know if he's like hulking or just muscular, but either way, it's accurate to the source material other than maybe height, and I don't know about that. So here he is. He stands just about, let's say 17.5 centimeters. That's going to make him roughly 6 3/4, 8 3/4. So he's got some size to him, but he's not like massively tall, but he is pretty chonky. And I just love that we're getting it's a video game, but still comic characters that actually look like the source material. They look stylized, they look interesting, they're not terribly bland and boring like cosplay. I am so happy about that. Let me have a question of the day. I'll have it. What do you guys think about the Marvel Legends figures normally? Because to me, like 99% of them look terrible. The bodies look like people in bad cosplay with terrible proportions, worse than even normal looking people. Like, it looks so goofy. Exaggerate the figures in the style of the source material, and that's what this is, and I am thrilled with that. I love it. Now let's get into the aesthetic on this guy. He's loaded with paint, and it's clean paint, it's nice paint, it's really good. We have yellow, we have white, we have green, there's brown or tan or whatever, there's that greenish color again. The belt is painted, even the little nubbins right there have paint on them. His buckles have the orange. I mean, it's not the most elaborate figure ever. Of course, we've seen more in other lines. But I don't know, for $35, this is pretty dang nice. This is really, really nice. The face looks good, the head sculpt looks good, the grenades up here are painted well. Everything looks good. He's got a nice matte finish to him also. That goes a real long way in making him look like a nice figure. The sculpt is so much better because it follows the principles I always talk about. Like, yes, it's hyper stylized, like he's humongous, obviously. He's built like not even just like a gorilla. He's built like a gorilla on steroids. But you can see the arms are behind the head. That's where you want him to be if you have a muscular body. I mean, that's just how it works. The neck leans forward, the head fits, like it's the way it's supposed to look, and it's so much more appealing. Like, yes, I get it stylized, it might not be your thing, but it's so much better than that. It's so much better. But yeah, the quality is there. It looks really good. The sculpt is clean. It's not perfect. It's a little soft here and there, but it's nice. We have the textured parts for the clothing. Yeah, this looks great. If you are into this sort of thing at all, this is an easy pickup just based on looks. But we're going to talk about the rest of the review also. There's some schmutz on there, some glue. Mine has glue. For $35, there's glue on there. No, I think it's alright. I mean, that's going to happen, but yeah, it looks really, really good. Aesthetically speaking, 9.5 out of 10. I think Hasbro nailed the look of this figure. Now, as far as accessories go, you have the 2 trigger finger hands, and then 1 fist hand and 1 open hand. I think that's fine. That's probably everything you really need. 2 fist hands would be ideal, but he's more of a guns kind of guy, so I'll take the trigger finger hands in this case. Oh, you do have the alternate head, so you have the normal head, and then you have what is, I guess, just an angry head where his eyes are all white, so maybe like a super move type thing, an ult, something like that maybe, but that looks nice. It's well done. And then you get his 2 guns, which are floppy, flimsy, and one of them doesn't have any paint, but they look okay. And you get muzzle blasts, 4 of them. So that's pretty cool. I like that. He's got all these holsters and things on him that are useless, unfortunately. Actually, is there actually a holster? I think there's a knife sheath up here, which is useless. I don't think anything else is actually a holster. Maybe there should be one there, but there's not. So I guess whatever. So yeah, there's no place to put the guns, but he can hold them. So yeah, accessory-wise, that's not the most, but it's fine. I'll go 7 out of 10. I'd like to see more, but I mean, he probably doesn't have more in the game, so you know, that's the way it goes, but you could get a fist hand or something in there. Okay, so let's talk about the articulation, because that's really where this deal is being broken. All right, let's see. So the head, double ball peg, but not a great amount of range. The neck is not articulated, so it's just the head on that double ball peg. Now, it sits nice on there. I love that it doesn't sit too high. But the way they've done it, it still gets like basically no range, which is unfortunate. I mean, obviously it gets some, but for a double ball peg, it's incredibly limited, so it's just enough. Now, he does have a vest on here, which moves around. I don't know if it comes off. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't look like it comes off to me unless you take him apart. So the vest is a floaty piece, but it stays on. But his torso range is not bad for just being a diaphragm joint. It'll definitely do. It could be more. Is there a waist twist in there? Yeah, there is. Okay, so that's nice. But yeah, the ball peg up here, it could be more, but it's not bad. It's definitely enough. He can't lean that far forward because this gets in the way. I'd like to be able to make him crunch. But I see why they did that, because this looks nice and he's got the vest piece on there. Leaning back is alright. Side to side is okay. You get rotation up there and down here at the waist, which is not super necessary, but it helps him to look nice. So that's good for the shoulders. These are in the way right here, but on this side, you can get the arm up, so that's pretty nice. You're going to get your full rotation, of course. That's going to be on both sides. No butterfly joint, unfortunately, on this guy. He really could have used it. But they did do one thing which is bad and good at the same time. So we have a single jointed elbow where you can rotate the bicep independently of the upper arm. So you still get the bicep swivel, but you get the rotation down here as well. And that's good because what you can do is you can leave it like that so that it takes up as little space as possible and then rotate it down here. And that gets the arm across the chest. He can hold his gun with 2 hands, just barely, but he can. If you had to use the bicep this way, he'd have less range. So it works enough. Like, I don't like that it's a single jointed elbow. It does look nice. I wish they did a little bit of a better job like they did with the MVC Wolverine, but it's not a bad looking elbow. So if you don't care as much about range, like if you're just going to have him use 2 guns separately, I think you're fine. It would definitely be better if he could, you know, use his arms more, but he is built like a gorilla, and I guess that's, except with stumpy arms, so I guess that's, you could argue for it. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. This one is a horizontal hinge. This one is vertical, which is kind of good. Both of the trigger finger ones are vertical, so that's good. But like I said, he has limitations in holding things, so you know, you might have to fiddle with it a little bit, but it'll do if you don't mind having somewhat limited range. For the hips, we have drop downs. Don't like that. We have a floaty belt, which is floaty in the front, but it doesn't float too much over here because there's nowhere for it to go, really. So that kind of sucks. But the hips, they work okay. Everything's a little bit gummy and floppy, especially these drop downs. I hate how floppy they are. They're really, really floppy. He does not get the splits, but he gets decent range. And then going forward, the pouch is in the way. And it doesn't rotate. They have it connected. Like, I wish companies would stop doing that. Don't connect the belt. Just let it float. Because now it's in the way, whereas I could have moved it if it was a floating piece. That's super irritating. So his legs are floppy and the belt gets in the way. Even with the drop down, his legs don't work well. They're not connected properly. Whoever designed this did not do a good job with the hips. They are not connected properly at all. They make him look super weird and they don't have good range. That's unfortunate. You do get a thigh swivel. These are floaty straps. Is the whole thing floaty? Yeah, I think so. Thigh swivel's even loose on this guy. Not on that side, but on this side it is. Definitely some loose joints and some gumminess. Hasbro's problems, for sure, are still in here, even though this is a much nicer figure than we normally see. Decent range in the knees. It's still faceted like crazy, but decent enough range. You do get a boot swivel, so that's nice if you like that. It's well hidden. That's good. That'll help with the ankle rocker, I'm sure. But the feet go all the way back and not that far forward. Not very far forward at all, which is unfortunate because there's no toe hinge either, so pretty limited in that regard. Ankle rocker is okay, but with that, it works perfectly. So yeah, he's a little bit gummy. What's going on with this knee pad over here? It looks like it's glued on a little crooked. Probably is. Feels like it is. Yeah. I think they glued that on a little crooked. But yeah, he feels not great to handle. He looks good. His range is enough to get by, but he does feel super gummy. And I don't know, like his knees aren't gummy, but then you have things like down here where the shin is connected. That's really gummy. The drop down blows. It's so loose. It's such a pain in the butt. So he's not actually as gummy as he feels. I think it's actually just his joints aren't that great, and the drop down makes it really unpleasant to handle. But yeah, it's fine. I'll give his articulation a I'm gonna say 6 out of 10 probably. Even if you can kind of justify it, it's still pretty low range. But I think it's probably enough. You'll be able to get by on it if you like the way he looks, which you probably do, because they did a really good job with the looks. I guess the articulation is enough to get by, but it's certainly not good or impressive, so I'll leave it at that. But okay, time for the final verdict on this guy. I'm overall thrilled with this, because if you're going to pose this guy even a little bit, which it can do, and stick him on a shelf, he's going to look better than 99.5% of your Marvel Legends. Easy, without a doubt. And he's not that much more than a lot of them nowadays. So, overall, this is a win. It's not a perfect figure. It certainly has its shortcomings, but it is pretty darn good. And if you're into this sort of styling, then you win, because, it's not bad. It definitely could be a lot better, particularly in the range of motion, but it is not bad at all. It's a standout for Hasbro Marvel Legends for sure. I'm going to give it an overall rating of... I'm going to only go 8 out of 10. I would go higher, but whether they're appropriate or not, his accessory count is not that high, and his range is not that good. So he has some shortcomings, like I said, but still, in a lot of ways, a really excellent release from Hasbro for Marvel. We don't normally see that, so I'm pretty happy about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'll be done there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.